Right, Path of Exile again, Metamorph League, and I'm just gonna show you real quick how to make your account public so that you can see your character in POB. You know, if you're, for example, if you're in the main menu, you click your username up here when you're logged in or created your account, and this on the right side there's a privacy settings small link, and I have all my checkboxes empty. Then people can visit this link, you know, your username, profile, accounts, characters, and then they can see your inventory, you know, equipped items and the passive tree. And of course in POB, you know, path of building, you would go to import, you know, you would type in your username, and either it will tell you that it's private, and if it's private you got to go enable the privacy settings, or you know, it will just show you. What I want to go over today is the challenges. I'm at 35 challenges, and they're fairly attainable. You know, you'll need to sink in some time into it, but if you're playing this, you know, classics Baron style summoner with skeletons and zombies, you know, first, you know, if you have this setup, of course, you know, you take out the blood magic, you know, and now you can summon your zombies without, you know, disabling your R's first. So let's summon my guardian. You know, maybe I should use Karen Golem for lower maps, but since you're mostly running, I can summon. Here you see 13 zombies limit. For you it will be different, it depends on gem level and whatever. But let's swap the gems back. Right, the challenges. Like, I don't know, you know, once I reached the awakening level 8, this is post patch, right? So I haven't tried it yet, but when I was unlocking my atlas, these conquerors were spawning quite frequently. Where was it? Patch. Yeah, before this patch. So I can't, maybe I can find it. Something about conquerors spawning, or was it even before? Yeah, there's nothing about spawning them, so I don't know. Well, whatever, but basically I suggest you don't awaken your atlas until you have completed this section. I didn't even try to complete this one, like, without causing any tunneling vipers to emerge. I mean, you complete it in a low map, like a white map or whatever. Rocks after having destroyed at least bubbles. It's like those flags? I don't know. But basically this one, I'm having trouble spawning the conquerors, so I can't even attempt this challenge, and it's fairly not straightforward. So basically I don't want to switch my weapons. I'll lose one of my summoned specters, but I can show you through here. You know, I specifically leveled like in my weapon swap I have lightning warp. Well, it's maximum level, and less duration is specifically leveled for this challenge, these two gems. But yeah, so once I defeat my last monsters for this map challenge, you know, I'll be done. But basically the challenges this time are fairly, you know, straightforward, I would say. Like, you use currency, that's like straightforward. Collect metamorphs, whatever. defeat the Metamorph, you'll complete them automatically, like complete the quests. You know, if you're going for 36, you don't even need to worry about it, like defeat act bosses, whatever. Defeat these encounters, open an essence, you know, defeat a torment spirit. Encounters. Like this one will be a bit fiddly, but basically this one is simple. This one is, yeah, fairly simple. You know, they spawn quite frequently, but sometimes getting this one will be a bit fiddly, but it's like possible. Hard to get all of the slots to be rare. Like it doesn't happen too often. You know, you'll get the unique samples a lot, you know, because if the map has 2 or 3 bosses or whatever, you'll fill the bar, but to get the exact samples will be a bit tricky. But you know, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. This guy is a hassle. Like hybrid flask, you need to sell the 2 flasks, mana and, you know, the same level or tier. Like 2 divine mana and life flasks, like not 2, but you know, pair of them with a fusing orb to complete this challenge. This is like a chaos recipe, only with even lower items. Like, you know, you defeat what's it called, Merveil or whatever. You collect all the rare items and then you sell them as a set. So, you know, 1 pair of gloves, boots, and belt, 2 rings, an amulet, whatever, yeah. Just a full set to get the Orb of Chance. Chaos Orb is basically the same, just higher level items from maps or something. Like, alright, so the Catalyst. I don't know if Catalysts have a recipe, but they have a recipe where you sell any 3 Catalysts and you'll get a random Catalyst. So, but getting Catalysts is actually quite rare, you know. But it's not impossible, so, you know. When you're creating the Metamorph, just, you know, follow the... Actually, I want to go into a map, and because it will turn out to be a lot of yapping again, like always. You know, most of them are straightforward. I'll just go over the hard ones this time, or not really hard ones, just the... Well, maybe this last one is hard. You know, I missed out on the Crusade Conquerors, and then I'm kinda stuck because it's very hard to spawn. I haven't tried post the patch, but well, whatever. I'm gonna get my 36 challenges, and then I think I'm gonna be done, because screw the grind, man. Like what else? Wonder, act bosses, like this is as well. Open a unique strongbox. If you really want to grind it, you just complete this map, because at the end of this map there's a guaranteed, I think it's always guaranteed to be one of them unique. But it's a tricky map. You need a strong character that kills fast. It's not one of the hardest challenges. You know, once you're level whatever and you open that tier 2 map, I think you should be able to crush it. Complete a Legion encounter, I think it's very easy, because the monoliths either spawn in the delve or just randomly in the maps. You know, I was just using alchemy orb on any map and running them, and they spawn quite frequently. So let's complete, actually, let's try to spawn this Conqueror. I'll try to complete something from Proxima sector. I'll take tier 14 map or 15. Port has a bad layout, but oh well. Nobody buys chisels. This league, everybody is rich on chisels. Temporal chains. Right, so... yeah, the last one I did, it was kind of actually very lucky. I did this one, and I got my challenge complete. like deadly encounters. Mastermind in an area 83. Uber Elder. Oh man, Uber Elder. Of course, I didn't beat him myself, but this one fragment. I had these two. I bought this one for 25C, but the fragment of shape. Something. This I think it was named fragment of terror, fragment of emptiness, fragment of something. Of knowledge, maybe, and emptiness. And then this one of shape is like 150 chaos or something even crazier. Of shape. Yeah, 160 chaos, yeah, sorry. So, good luck! You know, if you want to complete the challenges, it would be easier for 36, right? It would be easier to to complete the conquerors conditionally. Right, so let's see. Will a conqueror spawn or not? It should spawn. I think they have some kind of catch-up system in place where the first map you open, yeah.
Hello.
I'll put some azurite into it, or sulfite rather. Yeah, I got more missions to know what to do with them. So just gonna use the warding flask. But yeah, you'll need to do a lot of map runs. And for the bosses, I've been doing just slow maps, you know. Just go in, wait for, well, clear the mobs until a map drops, and then just rush to the boss. Opening the map with Zana could help, I guess. Yeah, so this would be the playstyle, you know, the usual one. And I think the Conqueror didn't spawn. That's piercing truth. Yeah, but the rest of the challenges, I mean, yeah, betrayal is like, yeah, so just, you know, hunt them down, put them in the interrogation or whatever, gather the intelligence until the safe house leader appears. But if you're gonna go for the mastermind, you'll complete this challenge anyway. An item to a fated item. Like, fated item is one of these. Like, defeat Doedre while holding Windscream. Chalice of Horrors as well. Like this Doedre you can do in Act 8, but this Doedre, the Defiler, I think it's a map boss, so you'll need a Phantasmagoria map. Let's see, Wind. What was it? Windscreen. Yeah. So you need these boots for this prophecy. So these two are fated prophecies. What else? Modify map. Modify a map that is affected by sextant. Use a scarab. Those were like straightforward. 8 modifiers. Well, just, you know, just alch your map, chisel your map, and then wall it. What else? At least 20 quality. That's like also easy. Just use 4 chisels on a white map. Yeah, see, the organs are picked up automatically now. After that one first patch. Like, for this one, I suggest you go into your, you know, your options, and you just disable the loot filter. See? all the white items appear. So just pick up all the white bases you need, because there are, you know, plentiful of them. And then where was it? Yeah, just pick up all these items, white, or you know, you can also use scouring orb on any item that's not unique. You know, just for the challenge, and then craft the cheapest mod onto them, like for example to maximum life or something, and you'll be done. But it's like, you know, it's tedious challenge, whatever. It's not gonna be straightforward, so you need to work for it. Divination cards, like for example, this one. Well, you pick up all the divination cards you come across. Map. Well, I'll talk about this when I reach my stash. Like these encounters 3. Phantasmagoria map. You know, you have to be not cursed, so just time your warding flask. Well, you know, just as boss reaches the cooling range or something, and then just not be cursed and just kill him, you know. So challenge complete. Moon Temple. There's like that middle orb. While you're fighting the boss, you can unsummon your zombies. You know, either take off the item or take out the gem and the zombies will be gone. Or weapon swap. And just wait for that central head to shoot some kind of thing on the ground. I think it's like a dot. Like, well, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like a caustic arrow cloud or something. It's like black cloud. Or black circle on the ground. I think that's what it is. And encounters 3 metamorphing on. Right. Shouldn't be too hard, you know, just do the Moon Temple map a few times and you should be able to get it. Ancient city map. I asked somebody to do this. So you need like a very targeted skill, something that doesn't hit in an area of effect. For example, you could use like heavy strike, or it's easier to ask somebody for help, like essence drain could do it. But it's tricky, alright, because there's a lot of clutter in that arena. It might require you a few tries. Arena map bosses within 5 seconds of each other, of, you know, well, first boss dying. Like arena map has 3 bosses, just like in Act 4 when going for the resto. It's the same exact layout. It shouldn't be too hard. You just kill them fast. Itemize samples. So just keep killing the metamorphs, and eventually you'll get each kind. Or maybe the new vendor recipe they implemented. You know, you sell 3 of any kind of organs, and you'll get a random, just like catalysts are. It shouldn't be too hard, right? Like encounters 4, depth 100. It's like straightforward. You know, like just complete your red missions or whatever, you know, white missions or yellow missions. You should be able to complete this one easily. Bestiary boss. I'm not sure how to do this. Just go to trade and buy a bestiary boss. I mean, for that it's easiest to go to Reddit. Like Metamorph Challenges. Was it encounters 4? To do this challenge, you just buy any cheap, unique boss. So just buy one of these bosses. Ferric Tiger Alpha. Wow, cheap. Phenomal hybrid. Hybrid arachnid. Like 30 chaos. 20 chaos. I mean, 22, 20, 22 chaos. Yeah, those first guys will probably not respond. So just, yeah, just find one easy one, and then, you know, you go to Menagerie, talk to Einhar, and then spawn it in Blood Altar. Complete the fight, then you'll be given some portals. I don't remember how I completed it. Just random weak ass, you know, white maps, tier, drop, whatever. I skipped Bestiary League, so defeat Abyssal Lich. It will be somewhat hard because when the abyss spawns, you know, you have to hunt down the abysses and then be lucky enough to spawn the lich. And I guess you can defeat any lich, even while in act maybe as well. It doesn't have to be a map boss. But yeah, I completed this very late. And defeat any Breach Lord. Metamorph rewards or Blight rewards, you know, when you meet randomly Cassia in the map, they give you breach how do you say, breach stones, or I forgot how they're called. Wow, like somehow I missed some of the monsters, at least 2 of the organs. But yeah, see, so for example, even if all the rest of them were rare, you know, because this one organ is only blue, there's like only white and blue available in this map. So this challenge will, you know, be a bit longer for you to grind. So just going over the modifiers, like this one leeches life, it's very hard versus minions because it can leech life from all my minions, and it is a very high map. So this fight will probably take a long time, longer than usual. See, he leeches from my minions constantly. And plus he's standing at the wall, so I can't get a surround on him. But pretty soon Metamorph just rips. Yeah, and this is an itemized organ, like standard, right? Collect all the unique rings because you can sell 60 of them for the lore weave, or I think it's lore weave. Do I want to go hunting in the map, or did I miss them? It's a pretty tight map. I mean, where can they hide? What else? Twinned maps. I don't even read the modifiers, you know, and while you're doing this challenge, the map bosses, you will definitely complete this one. But otherwise, you know, you can look for twinned maps, I think, directly. Either here or maybe just twin map. Yeah, you can search them like twin and a map item, and then you know adjust the tier like so. You know, map tier either minimum 1, 2, and go through whatever, whichever tier you need. It's not an expensive challenge, but it's tedious. Use catalysts is very easy because they are like well, they are like what's it called, like a whetstone or armor scrap, so you can use multiple of them on one item. But yeah, getting these catalysts, different catalysts, will be very hard because you have to complete a lot of metamorphs. I think one metamorph in 12, I would say, or something like that, something very rare, gives you even the option to drop them as a reward. And it might not be the first organ on the list, so you have to check through all the organs. And sometimes, you know, like the same slot, like an eye can drop. You know, there are 2 eyes that could drop the catalyst, but you can only select 1 eye. So it's quite hard to, you know, without the trade, you know, if you're in solo self-found. It will be a grind to get the catalysts. Like, what else? Encounters. This one will be hard because you have to. You can open these shrines anywhere, in Acts, in the Uber lab, in anywhere, right? But it's a lot of shrines. You just and I think if you're in a party, right, and somebody touches a shrine and you're not close enough, it won't count toward you. I'm pretty sure. So it's a very grindy challenge. You'll complete all the everything around it. Like Fortune Favors the Brave, you only need like 90 chaos because it's 3 chaos for the map mod, and you need to do it 30 times, so 3 times 30 is 90. Defeat beyond unique bosses. It could be quite tough depending on how your mods roll, but it also can be maybe like this. Yeah. So just continuously either purchase these kind of maps or spam alteration orbs or whatever, and then you have a chance to spawn them. It might be grindy, but I completed it, so it shouldn't be too bad. Open Legion monoliths also quite grindy, but it's doable, right? Just open every legion. You don't even need to kill the things, you just need to click the legion monolith and that's it. I think it's like Breach, you know, it counts as soon as you open it instead of completing it, because there's no real way to complete a Breach. Because it's always so random and it doesn't really have an end, it just expires somehow. So it could be like 1 second long, or it could be 30 seconds long. It always varies. Yeah. So fully upgrade the tower. It's like you need to know what Blight League mechanics were. So fully upgrade the tower shouldn't be too hard. Just concentrate on the same tower, and it's like fairly easy. Most of the time you start with enough resources to complete this challenge straight away. You know, without even killing any mobs. Just touch Cassia and that's it. She'll have enough resources for you to upgrade it. Anoint a ring. The tower enchantment. So this um can't remember where I have them. I saved the link to them. Maybe this one. So just find this link. And this just gives you a passive tree, all of the combinations. I don't know how updated this list is. Yeah, and the tower enhancements. So which one was it? Oh, any tower enchantment. I think I went for imbuing tower effect because I don't use the upgraded version. I just stay on an imbuing tower. That's like that green tower. Oh, I need that. Like on this ring, or maybe I changed my rings around. I can't remember. Yeah, I changed my rings around, I guess, because I needed my strength stat on them, so I switched them around. But I had like that anointment on my rings, and then what else was it? Amulet with notable passive. I don't even have my thing anointed. Yeah, that one would be one of these. I don't even know what would really benefit me. Like, see how there are descriptions in these oil descriptions under these passes. So that's what you need to use. You can use 3 clear oils to allocate. I can't remember which one was it. Agility, alacrity. The cheapest oil 3 times and the challenge will be done. You know, completed blighted map. Blighted maps drop very frequently from Cassius, so it shouldn't be a problem. Level 90, you know, standard. Obtain rewards from Metamorphs. It shouldn't be too hard, you know, because you'll need to complete a lot of Metamorphs anyway for different other challenges. Identify items. For these two, I think you need to run like, you need to be lucky with Zana. To, you know, just complete Zana missions and then run the maps with a Shaper Influencer, because they don't spawn on Atlas, you know, normally, so you'll need to hunt them a bit. But they're not rare, these items. Just use a Wisdom Scroll on anyone. Like this thing is, for example, you need to reach tier 16 maps, or just an area where tier 16 maps drop. Be lucky, or either buy them. Like these ones are fairly easy because they drop. But these ones, I found that they are rare. So you might need to purchase these guys. So you know, the Shaper and Elder work a bit differently now when the Conquerors are here. But nothing too hard, you know. Like, I'll show you how that special map looks like. You know, like, used to be that icon if an elder sits on the map, or one of his guardians. Now that icon is over the map, so now you know exactly what's in the map. But under search, it's like appears as a normal map, and so you have to don't put them in the map stash, or otherwise you'll need to go through every map just to find them again. Right, so whatever, I'm not gonna hunt them, the remaining ones. But basically, this is the blighted map, right? And the influenced map was, yeah, one of these, see? Area is influenced by the elder, map is occupied by the enslaver. So that's how they look like. Otherwise they're normal maps, just the icon is different and this text is a bit different. And also when you're running the what's it called, if you open your inventory and right click a map with an atlas in the background, Ziggy D also covered this one. But yeah, it's easier to know exactly which map is which. And right clicking a map, it centers on it. So now you have like this kind of atlas now. And you use sextants on these stones now. What else? Metamorph encounters. You just, for this challenge you just need to run carcass map, get any organ, either eye of this creature or brain, whatever drops. You just need to complete a set, and you can even use all 5 of them to complete this challenge like in 2 goes, because there are like 10 here. And Tain's laboratory takes 5 organs, so you can complete in 2 sets. You just buy these maps, align them in your stash, run them one by one, get all the organs from all these 10 bosses, right? And just complete this challenge in one go or whatever. Unique maps, they are fairly cheap because on the trade when I was buying them, not sure about now, but they also drop quite frequently, so I'm just sitting with unique maps, more maps than I know what to do with. So it shouldn't be too hard. Like can't remember, this one dropped for me, but it could be expensive, and this map I think it's expensive because it gives increased experience. So all the people just buy it out as soon as. But otherwise, these either they will drop for you, or you can use the divination card. Alright, about the divination cards as well. So you can use this one, for example, to complete the challenge. It will give you a jewel as a reward, or was it? Oh, even skip this one. Ascension is just complete Uber labyrinth. Unidentified maps is like straightforward. Just you just need to get the map to drop, right? Might be hard, but no, not so hard. If you're running the atlas before you even awaken, you should be able to complete it. And on a summoner, it's like, what else did I... Where was it? Oh, right. Corrupted gem. I don't know if I have here. This is a corrupted jewel. Just pick a what do you call it? A cheap divination card and complete the set and just turn it in, and you should be able. Like this one, for example, is corrupted gem, but it might be expensive. The Alice subjugation. You can check how expensive it is, and it also needs 7. Oh, well, 3 chaos. Yeah, not too expensive, I guess. But it's a hassle to contact people because, see, this guy only has 2, this guy has 1. So you'll need to contact all these guys. And for example, for this challenge, like map item, I went and completed the wall. Oh, like, look at this, I got a nurse. Lucky drop from the tower map. Like, this one gives a corrupted map and whatever. This one gives... I think it will count as a map even though it's corrupted. Like, this one gives a map. Yeah, I'm going through my own stash because I know that if I drop, for example, like this card, you know, even if it has 9 stacks, even, you know, because I got 3 already self-found, I know that that card is not super rare, so it's gonna be quite accessible and cheap, hopefully. This one gives a map. Like, just, you know, it's not too hard. But I want to go ahead and search for that one. Community wiki. I wonder if I can divination list of divination. What? Oh, right. Oh, right, this one, yeah, see? I went ahead and bought 16 of these cards. I think I had like 2 or 1 in self-found. So I had to buy 14 copies more. You know, and people don't respond. But yeah, I just got this map because I also wanted a completion on this map for my Atlas. You know, both the Awakening bonus and normal Atlas bonus. And I corrupted a few of the, like, either 20 or more maps, and I never got a wall temple myself. But in previous league, yeah, in Blight League, you know, I can't remember if I corrupted tier 15 or 16, but I got a wall temple myself. But in this one, I don't know, maybe they changed it, so I just went ahead and bought Lingering Remains, whatever. It's getting too long already. But basically it's not too hard. Like, this one is easy. The Opulent gives it, where is it? Ring item level 100, like, a lot of these cards drop. So easy challenge. Like, encounters 3, we did it already. Encounters 4 did it. Metas. Yeah, so you see, you'll need to do a lot of metamorphs anyway. Doing maps, ascension catalysts. Encounters 5, did them. 90. Yeah, alright, okay, so yeah, unique maps, shouldn't be too hard. Awaken the Atlas, it depends, right? I would say it's medium, you know. You just run the maps and then chase the conquerors around a bit. You know, use this tactic of searching. You know, they as they implemented the what's it called, the auto organ pickup, they also implemented searching by region. So just pick a region like Tyrann's End. You know, check your requirements by mousing over these squares and, you know, find all your missing watchstones, and then complete these requirements in this region. Usually it's just, you know, fully socketed region, and then run these maps as tier 15, 14, whatever. And It's just grindy. It's not hard. I wouldn't say it's hard. Oh, wrong hotkey. Yeah, the way you got the first one, you know, you got the all of them, all the rest as well. So awaken the bosses. I mean, while you're doing this, what's it called? You know, I think it's just complete this map at highest tier that is on the Atlas, like 15, 14, or whatever it is, and it's an easy challenge. Conquerors of Atlas, these first four you'll have to do anyway. You know, whether to get to this guy, last guy. Maybe he'll spawn before for you, but oh well. But this guy, you know, you better go to a public party. Search for, you know, once you defeat him, your map changes, epilogue changes to this thing. But there's no public parties here, because see, these parties are from Act 3. There's no parties anymore in the epilogue, so you have to go into a map to see the high-end parties. So see? So here's a boss carry. Here's killing your sires for free. It used to be like they started out with different guys were using different costs, but they started like 50C for a kill or 1 exalt for a kill or whatever, but now they are mostly free. Like, and ask any boss carry, kill your sires for free, need for the challenge, see? So that's, you know, it shouldn't be too hard. Just get your sires to spawn. Defeat Shaper and Elder. I defeated Shaper myself, but I asked somebody to defeat the Elder. But this one is not Uber Elder, it's just normal Elder. So behind these fragments. And Elder sits behind these fragments. Shaper sits, you know, as he used to be, behind these maps. These maps are no longer on Atlas, but they still drop randomly, and they're quite expensive because everybody is running Shaper for Uber Elder. Because first you need to get these fragments as usual, normal Shaper fragments, then you beat the Shaper and he drops these fragments. Or maybe Blight League also drops these fragments on random sometimes. Not really, can't remember. And then you face Elder, and then he drops these fragments. But these fragments could also drop from Blight League. Otherwise they would be so rare, you know, whatever. Yeah, so I got the fragments myself. I bought some of them to speed up my challenges. But, you know, you should do it at the last second. Because, you know, you should aim for these first and then aim for 36 or whatever. Like, I'm still working on this one, of course. Defeat map bosses. It's very grindy. Like, graveyard map has 3 bosses. Arena map. Excavation has 2 bosses. Like, I've been grinding this Tyrann's End. Or no, which region was? No, this one. Oh, with the beach. Oh yeah, this one, yeah. So when Plaza drops, you know, I take out 3 stones and that's how I ran it. As tier 8 maps, tier 10 maps. No, tier 8 is the highest, yeah. Lava Chamber only has 1 boss, but for example, if you sell Plaza, it will always give Flooded Mine. So that's a dead end map. I don't even know where Flooded Mine is. Is it here in the same region? know. Yeah, for some reason, when you sell 3 of these maps, it always gives this one. When you sell 3 colonnades, I can't remember, was colonnade as well. Shore has a nice short layout, so Cove's even better layout. It's very compact map. Vault you sell for excavation, I think. Yeah. Vault always sucks for excavation. Excavation has 2 bosses, so you know that counter will go up faster. I never got flooded mine as a drop because I guess yeah, when you take out the stones it disappears. I'm not sure. Pen map can be sold for, can't remember. Maybe also excavation straight. Marshes as well is a bad layout, so just sell it. Upsell it. Beach has a good layout, so I just concentrated on this region, you know, because these maps either have good layouts, the ones that frequently drop. Armory can be sold for excavation or something. Can't remember exactly anymore, but it's very, if you find a better region, then you know, good for you. Conquerors conditionally, I don't even remember concentrating on these too hard. Like for example, where was it? The hurricane, tornadoes and hurricane. You just use flame dash to dash under the tornadoes, and the hurricane is like easy. It's like easier than Brine King, you know. So I wasn't even concentrating. I think I got it the first time I faced this conqueror. Causing any tunneling vipers to emerge. I think you just need to kill the boss quickly because he usually starts with the snake, so in the middle of the pond or the encounter, you know, and then he moves to the outer layer. I think the tunneling vipers are those on the outer layer. Drugs after at least bubbles. I'm not sure, but basically I completed them without even looking. But this guy, like, so at random times he just casts these mana runes on the ground. So you know, you just need to not kill him. Wait until, you know, you have to somehow mentally follow which squares he has cursed before. They will dissipate after time, so you know, you just survive that fight until he uses it on all the squares, and then just kill him. It doesn't need to be the whole board at once, it just needs to be the whole board at some point. So but spawning the conquerors is the big challenge. Like these encounters, I don't know where a unique watchstone drops from. I guess from Cyrus only or something. Exalted orbs from wow, really rare items. Awakened gems. I only have 1 awakened gem drop for me so far, and it is this awakened brutality. And I still haven't reached level or whatever. So it's hard, and I don't know even where an awakener's orb drops and what it does. Haven't even looked into that. I guess it's serious or whatever, but this guy is also no idea. Haven't even attempted to beat him myself, really, so not sure how you would juke the what's it called. Like, yeah, so Uber Elder, you know, you just buy those fragments and complete him. Mastermind, you run Atlas missions for June, red ones in an awakened Atlas. Well, I mean, like you'll need 4 watchstones at least in one region, and then run these maps, and then you'll need at least one tier 16 mission. Where's tier 16? Like Promenade is tier 16. Overgrown shrine. Yeah, so run a June mission on one of these maps and then rest of them on red maps, and you should be able to get a mastermind of high mastermind. Chayula, I bought this for 150 chaos just recently because myself I have only found 33 splinters. Like, see, all of these, they drop quite frequently from the from Metamorph or from Blight League encounters. Like, I only went for this challenge because this last one spawned for me randomly. I was really lucky to get him. But you can, I don't know, sit in 820, global 820, and complete him that way or whatever. But yeah, all the other ones can be spawned, but the last one is heavily RNG. You need to run maps with Beyond Mod on them, and then Zana's Beyond Mod is very expensive. You need to pay 5 chaos, and it's only one map, and it's RNG, and you never know. It may not even give you, you might complete 50 maps and never get this boss spawn. And even when he spawns, he's very hard to beat. He dishes out some serious damage. Zombies die and whatever. Quest line, yeah. I mean, these ones will be mostly auto completed because you can't complete this one without going through these guys. So I didn't even concentrate on completing this one, but yeah. Endgame grinds, well, not sure you should attempt this one. Level 100. Defeat Awakener 75 times, wow. Chest. But basically that about covers the challenges. It is possible, don't give up. Keep grinding exile.